Hello folks, and welcome back to another sunny ride. This long spell of unbroken farm weather has meant lots of riding, and today we're going to be riding through Kirkby Lonsdale here, and we're going to find the little B road which we rode down a few weeks ago. And we're looking for a place called Old Town. Now, that's not to be confused by Kirkby Lonsdale, which is an old town. Old Town is a place, and it's on that B road, the 6254, and that leads all the way up to Oxenholme and Kendal. And when we get to towards Oxenholme village, we'll be looking for a little lane that'll take us across to Sedgwick and Hincaster. I think this is going to be in two parts. This first part will take us up this B road, and we've left Kirkby Lonsdale behind now, on the way to Kirstwick, which is our first village. And we're on Hurricane. I know this because there's a green dot. For those that have been missing that green dot, I've stuck it on the foreground. And someone asked me, am I in Hurricane or Spitfire on a previous ride? And I wasn't sure, so I decided I needed a little green dot on Hurricane. And Spitfire's got a little red dot, which is superfluous of course. You only need one dot, so I could have put one on either, but in my own pedantic way I decided to complete the job, one on each. Glorious day. This is a Thursday. It was market day in Kirkby Lonsdale. A beautiful beautiful town, as I've said before, spoiled only by the number of cars in there parked, and especially on a market day, very busy. However, this is a very quiet road, and the reason partly for that is because A, not that many people want to go from Kirkby Lonsdale to Kendal on this particular road. They choose to go on the A65, which runs up on the left hand side over a bit. I'm just leaving the environs of Kirkby Lonsdale now, and so we can let Hurricane have her head, can't we? Or as much as you're going to get from me anyway. And at this point I'd like to say a big thank you to the lovely comments I've received on previous rides, especially the last one. Very kind of you. It's much appreciated, and I mean, I love riding these motorcycles, and I enjoy the filming and editing afterwards, and it gives me great heart to know that you enjoy them too. So thank you. Now it's a day of great contrast. We've got very bright sunlight and then deep shade, which is quite difficult to deal with at times. One reason why I ride at a sedate pace. I do like to know where that road's going to when I enter a deep shade. However, today I'll pick up some new glasses, so who knows? I can't imagine much changing. Those of you who've been with me a while obviously like what I do, and I enjoy what I do, so we're carrying on as we are. It's so nice to ride on this road. It's so quiet, I can't quite get over it. Just how quiet it is. I'm bearing in mind this is Thursdays and Fridays are the busiest days on the road. Everyone wants to be out doing some shopping and things like that, ready for the weekend. But no, this is beautiful. Such a lovely run coming down from Gatebeck on that ride a few weeks ago that I decided this would be an ideal way to enjoy the ride, the road, and try and find my way across on a little lane up near Oxenholme, which will take me right over. Get lovely views over on the right hand side there. Now just coming to the village of Old Town. Rather a curious name. I'm sure it's got a really interesting history. The roads over to the right there, these little lanes, they take you over to Mansur, and I have actually ridden up a little lane over that way, which took me right through Mansur, Rigbaden, and it follows the River Lune, which runs down towards the sea. It meanders beautifully. There will be a map as usual at the end, so you can follow the route on the map. And I've actually taken maps with me this morning. I printed them off early this morning and had a good look at them. And whilst I've had a careful look at them and I know pretty well where the lane should be, as we reach Oxenholme, we will discover that we take a wrong turning. But not to spoil things for you, look at these lovely views. I wonder why this drops down. Beautiful little road this is. Lovely dry stone walls everywhere. Perfect day to do it on too. And very few insects. Just occasional ping on my wraparound visor, which is quite loud when it hits. Something hits that. I hope I'm not injuring any bumblebees. There's a gorse growing over on the left hand side, and in high summer, that when that dries, the pods dry, and if you ever walk through a sort of big, not plantation, exactly, it's not the right word to say, but a large area of gorse, shall we say, which is ripening. The noise from the pods as they crack open, fling their seeds everywhere is amazing. It's quite shocking. First time I heard it, well, it was. The tar, as you can see, is because we've had it so hot, it's still melting a bit. I say so hot, it's not compared with some places, is it? It's comfortable actually. I have actually taken those quilted layers out. I haven't put them back in again, despite the fact it was a bit chilly a couple of days ago. I thought I've done it. Cast not a clout till May is out, and here we are in June. So I thought I ought to take them out, but it's actually very comfortable today. I do have a waterproof lining and jacket and trousers. And Oxford jacket and suit I have. Just in case. I don't think we're going to have any rain, do we? Are we? Not today. The tree's dead. But these over on the right hand side look in very fine condition. Pop past this cyclist. Now watch out for him later on. As we pull in to look at the map, and he comes past, and then we discover him again a bit further on. Sturdy herdies, as we cyclists like to talk about our pedalling power. Ponds across the landscape there. Not too obtrusive, being in galvanised steel. They blend in with the skyline fairly well. And we do have to have electricity, otherwise I wouldn't be able to do this, would I? Still, we will manage. We was used to. We do seem to use an awful lot of electricity nowadays and everything. I should keep very quiet about electric cars. Large farm here. They do have good views and lovely fields. And what I can't share with you, and I wish I could, are the scents from these fields. They're absolutely wonderful. This cut grass for silage and hay. It's magnificent. And it's especially lovely early in the morning if it's been a cool night. The most tremendous scents. So many little lanes. So much to explore. And this tremendous variety on this road. There's lovely bends, rises and falls as it drops down again. It's a straight. It's lovely to have you riding with me, I must say. It makes all the difference to me. I don't feel as though I'm on my own. I know you're with me. Now, high summer isn't really my favourite, I must say. Towards as it gets towards August, the landscape starts to look a bit blown. I don't know, it's an expression you're familiar with, but we're going to pass under the motorway here. This is the M6. But yeah, the wildflowers are starting to go over, and it's a little bit less interest for me in high summer. And we often actually in August we often get a fair bit of rain. Now this is Old Hutton, another village, a bit larger than Old Town, and an awful lot of melting tar here. To take it a bit gingerly at places. Interesting place though. A bit sprawling because this is one bit, and then we've got a more open bit, and then we find another piece further along. We're still in the 30 limit, but there's no habitation just here. However, over the crest of this hill, we spot another bit. That bit of pavement just went nowhere, didn't it? So you're on the road again if you're a pedestrian now. Hence the 30 limit. And the sign there. Now the church over on the right hand side, it may look old, but in fact, well, I say old, 1873 is that church, St John the Baptist. And when I saw it, I thought, well, I'm going to have to find out about that, because I thought it was Saxon, but in fact it's not. It was it's a new design, 1873 if you can call that new. It's not really, is it? But, much newer than I thought anyway. And that was an asymmetrical bell tower it had. Asymmetrical, one I pronounce it. Now the next village we come to will be Oxenholme, and that's leads into Kendal itself. And Oxenholme, of course, is I say of course, you won't know that unless you live up this way, is the railway station for Kendal. That's the main line that runs to Edinburgh and Glasgow from London Euston. So fast trains, if you live in Oxenholme, you can get a fast train right down to London or up to Edinburgh and beyond, of course. Now there's that cyclist again, look. Yeah, it's definitely got sturdy hurdies, he has. Let's look at him pummeling away there. Was I ever like that? No. Can never get up hills like this. Although I did used to cover the miles, but once again at a sedate pace. Yes, I used to do a lot of cycling in Wiltshire. They've got a nice network of cycleways, very well signed, and wonderful archaeology there. Sulby Hill, Avebury, seen them many times. Lovely cycling. And that's what I'm trying to do now, of course, is find these sort of places up here, and but with the advantage of a bit of power. And the Royal Enfield Hunter, along with the other Royal Enfields, are perfect for doing this. I think I've found my ideal bike though, at long last. And these hunters do make a lovely sound as they climb. That was also noticed. Evokes wonderful memories of the past. Machines. So yes, we have stopped at times and checked the map to make sure we know where we're going to turn off, which would have been wonderful, wouldn't it, had I actually taken the right turning. Never mind, we do discover other things by taking these wrong turnings. We never get lost. Now at this point we realise actually we're coming into Oxenholme itself and the railway station, and we've missed our turning. So we're going to have to head back and try again. But never mind, we've seen the railway station. Right, we have another go. Turn round, gone back, and now we're going to try and find a little lane. We've decided this is the lane. So this should, we think, take us over to the village of Sidgwick. Get some lovely views, and we will stop in a moment and have a look. Look at that, magnificent. Can it be anywhere other than England? Let's stop here and have a look. Saddlebags will be proud of me. View through a gate. Gateway with a view, I should say. There it is. Gateway with a view. Look, that's Saddlebag 73. Right, is it down there? Be nice if it was, wouldn't it? Let's try, shall we? Oh, this looks a bit ominous, doesn't it? I think this is just a farm. Be a dog tearing out a minute, chasing me. Or a farmer. What are you doing down here? Right, heading back then. Let's try and find the lane, the proper lane. Right, back to the road. Trouble is, they all look alike. I mean, is this it? No, decided not. It's a house, as is this one. Now at this point I realised that there's a road on the opposite side that comes across from Philly Main Road. And I thought to myself, there was a turning which really wasn't signed. It had a blue sign on it actually, and it's this one here. So we're going to try this left here. Come on, left here. That's it. There we go. Now hopefully this is the right one. Gated road. Mercia Motor would love this. He wouldn't. After his Welsh Odyssey, where he has 7 gates to negotiate, I think he's a bit fed up with gated roads. Obviously a popular place for walking. It does look promising, doesn't it? More promising than the last one. Although perhaps not quite the views. So I'm rather glad I did actually make that wrong turning. Is the dog going to leap at me? Right, for a pop in here, bumped in this thing. A bit deeper than I expected. So yes, we'll have a little look at the view. Looking over towards Kendal. Oh, there she is. Hurricane in all her splendour. Nice little bit of breeze up here. That's the way we've come. And off we go then. Well, yes, it does look like the right lane at last. So this will take us down to More Major Road, and then we'll cross that hopefully, and that'll take us en route for Sidgwick, Hincaster and beyond. Lanes are in that way. But we'll stop this this part. It's about almost 28 minutes long. That's quite long enough, I think. And we'll watch the second part another time. That's if you want to, of course. There's no obligation. I should watch it. I must say I'm pleased to have found this little lane. Ooh, it's suddenly gone very bright. I must get that lens hood made for this this camera to help a little bit. Unfortunately, you can't buy a lens hood for this one. You can, I think, for the GoPro, but it won't fit mine. Anyway, oh, butterflies. That's nice. I haven't seen many butterflies this year. Lots of other insects, but not butterflies. I did have a swarm of bees in my garden last week, which was a first for me. Right, here we are. We're at the main road, so hopefully you can join me for part 2 a little later on. And thanks ever so much for watching this while riding with me.